So, steady on the throttle, shift up through those gears, no clutch. Off the throttle, shift down through the gears, no clutch. You guys good? Yes. Woo, let's do it!
Well, hello there in YouTube land, and welcome back to the channel. And today, well, we're at Mancuso BMW, and we're about to hop on the S1000RR, and I am scared out of my mind. But look at that. But look at that beauty. It has the Yakrapovic exhaust. It does not have all the M or the carbon packaging or the M, so it should be pretty stock. So let's see how this thing rides.
Now, before we continue with the review, let's talk about some specs about this beautiful bike. Now, the best thing about this bike is obviously going to be the engine. Now, the engine is an inline-4 with 999 cc's that has BMW's shift cam technology, and it produces 205 horsepower and 83 pound-feet of torque. It has a very impressive compression ratio of 13.3 to 1. Now, the chassis, it has a frame that is a bridge-type aluminum laminate frame with the engine being a stress member. The front suspension, it's an upside-down telescopic fork, and it is fully adjustable, even in the lowest bike. And the rear suspension is also fully adjustable. The brakes are twin disc brakes that are not Brembos, they are BMW 320 millimeters on the front, single disc brake with 220 millimeter in the back. They are signed by BMW, but they are Nissan calipers, which are pretty impressive. The bikes have two different options of ABS, the ABS and ABS Pro. Both are IMU assisted. The MSRP, it's $18,295, which is not bad for a bike of this caliber. But the prices tested was $21,635. Not bad, not bad at all. Now let's go back to the review.
All right, first thing you notice is that it is a tall bike. I have to tippy-toe. And well, you see, this is the type of engine that I like and enjoy. Now, the bike is hot. It's been sitting in the sun forever, and it's black. It does feel hot, but the Yakrapovic exhaust is not that loud, but it does have a nice sound, but it feels like, I don't know, like it's drowning a little bit. I think it needs, maybe it's set up for this type of demo, so it's not going to give me the whole 180 horsepower, which I think they come up with in the US. They don't give you the whole 200 horsepower in the US. You have to flash the ECU and do a whole bunch of stuff. But, all right, okay, we're going. So, didn't have a chance to check the friction zone. And you know what? This bike, I don't feel as cramped as my R7. It has more space from here to here. But your legs, I think the foot pegs are taller than on my R7. Okay, first thing that you notice while you start moving the bike is that it's very nimble. Very nimble to move, even in that slow maneuver. Another thing I notice is that the brake pedal is a little bit lower than on my R7. But it's a little bit more comfortable, I think, even though the foot pegs are a little bit higher. I don't know, it just feels like a more substantial bike, so I think that's why it's a little bit better. Now, I love the whole bubble screen that comes stock from the factory on this S1000RRs. The mirrors are not bad. You can see everything, even though the aesthetics of them, they look like Fisher Price mirrors. For a bike of this price range, I'm guessing they people thinking they're gonna take them off anyway, but they work. They work for the street. Oh, and it felt like my Suzuki with a low rev assist. I don't know if it has something of the sorts. Some electronics that help you when you're engaging first. So that makes engaging first really easy. Now I understand why people say that this is the best sport bike for the street. It is so comfortable. I mean, I can't imagine hopping back in my R7 and feeling as comfortable as I do on this bike. And even though I have this helmet, which is the one I use for motovlogging, which is not really a sport bike helmet, I don't feel that I need a sportier helmet. This is a very nice position to be in. I think I can be in this bike for hours. So for being a super bike, and it does have the seat of a super bike, it has plenty of space. Oh man, I love this bike. And then the brakes also have some feel. Right now I'm in 5th, but I'm pretty sure I can go down to 4th. And the bike is going to give me a little bit more pep, so I can continue on this ride. Man, I love this bike. It just changes lanes with no effort whatsoever. And I feel like I'm in control, even though it's not a naked bike. I'm in control of the traffic, as I can see. I don't know what's with this bike in this position that you feel that you're like a little bit more upright than on a regular super bike or a super sport. Man, this is a lovely, lovely bike. This is a bike to have. Much better than the Sing Bar. It just feels smoother. And all the components, even though they're like the same type of material, as you can see, it has the Nissan master cylinder here, which is not as good as a Brembo, but it's not bad. The brakes have a lot of feel. You can just stop it with I think you can stop it with just one finger. Yeah, you can stop this bike with one finger, no problem. The clutch does have a little bit of play, which is unfortunate for a bike of this magnitude, right, or this price range. But I really am enjoying this bike. I would love to take this bike on the twisties and see what it can do. But right now, I mean, it has... She's trying to kill me. It just ticks all the buttons, right? It's substantial, and it feels planted and heavy when you need it, but it's nimble and quick to change directions when you also need that. So it's a perfect sport bike. The suspension, because this bridge has a lot of bumps, it's also very good for the street. It doesn't feel that sporty, but it's planted. I mean, you give it a little bit of beans and the bike is just gonna hold its line. So, I mean, for a demo, this has been, I think, the best demo day that I've ever been on, because they do take you on the highway. They take you that you can catch some speed. I mean, now we're not gonna go crazy fast, but they're not worried about doing maneuvers like these, because they know that these bikes can handle it. So yeah, bravo BMW on the S1000 RR. Obviously, I was expecting to be a good bike, and I can't say I'm surprised, but it just ticks all the buttons. It's a great bike. The dash also is one of those things that is awesome. It has rider modes. It has well, all the fancy electronics. Now this bike is not gonna be equipped with everything, but you can have different packages. Now that's where the problem comes, or the trouble comes to the paradise, right? If you want all these packages, the price of the bike increases a lot. So never be fooled by BMW's MSRP claim price on their website, because it's always, I mean, for this bike, for example, it says that it's yeah, you can get it for around $17,000, and no, the reality is it's going to be around 20 to 22, because it's you're never going to have a dealer with the base model in the showroom, and if you want to order one, it's not going to be able to, you're not going to be getting one. So that's just the way BMW operates, and I really don't like that. But once you know what you need to pay, well, just decide, get that money, get that credit, buy this bike. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed at all. Now, if you want to commute on a bike like this, well, this is more for a younger man. So I couldn't have this as my only bike, because, well, it is a sport bike. I am not trying the quick shifter from first to second again. I'm not falling for that again, BMW. I will try the quick shifter only from second on. But as I was saying, being a super bike, being an actual sport bike, you will be getting your wrist tired eventually, and so yeah, it's not going to be the easiest bike to commute on every day. But if you have a couple of bikes once a week commuting on this bike, you'll have so much fun, and it's such a nice place to be in. It's like cushy. Even the seat, even though it's a little hard, it does have some cushioning. So yeah, it's a very comfortable bike. I think it's a better, more comfortable bike than even the Gixxer 1000, which I thought was the bike to buy for the street. But BMW, yeah, well, they hit another home run with this bike. I love it. I love this bike. I would obviously buy it, and it's going to be on the list, because yeah, you need to have one of these bikes on your stable. You cannot not have an S1000 RR, being the bike that it is. Such a beautiful bike, and that's one of the things that we didn't talk about. I think it's the prettiest super bike out there. Ducatis, they look good. There's a little bit of an exotic look, so it's not for everybody. This bike, I don't think there's anybody who can see it and say, oh, well, I don't know, I just wanted an excuse to do that with the throttle. It's, I don't know, it's lovely. It's very, it has a very high pitch, and I love that. Pretty sure that once this engine keeps revving to the way it should, oh man, it's set at 6,000 RPM right now. Oh, it keeps telling me to change gears, because it's in demo mode, or in they haven't done the first oil change, I'm guessing. Almost 3,644 miles on this bike, so I'm guessing. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. Remember, if you liked the video, to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell button, and share it with all your friends. And if you don't like the video, well, share it with all your enemies. And I'll see you guys on the next one.